哈利路亚，感谢神！今天安息圣日，我们都能够平安来到主的面前，在这边一同守安息。
Thank God that we can come gather here on this blessed Sabbath to worship Him.
今天也神是给我们这个美好的天气。
And He also gave us a wonderful weather today.
神创造天地以后，就把这一天分别为圣，让我们休息世上的工作，来到神的这个父的面前。
After God created heaven and earth, He declared this day holy, so that we can come to rest.
这不是一个重担，而是一个神的恩典。
This is not a burden, but rather a blessing from God.
因为这也是神所祝福给这一天的。
Because God has blessed this day.
今天兄弟想跟大家一同分享的这个题目是人生的探求。
And today I would like to share with you in search of life today.
那么这个问题是一个非常普遍的问题，我们相信每一个人我们就甚至于从小的时候也就在追求这个人生的价值，人生的这个目的在什么地方。
And I believe this is a common topics that we might have thought of when we were young, because oftentimes we're searching for the value of our life.
因为对于这个问题的探求，我们所找到的这个答案不只是跟我们信仰有直接的关系，跟我们每一天的生活、我们的态度都有直接的这个关系。
For the answer that we found not only are only directly related to our faith, but also related to our daily life.
记得我们曾经也是用同样这个题目，以这个传道师曾经做一个跟大家一个分享。
And I remember I shared this similar topic before using the book of Ecclesiastic.
传道书到最后的这个结论就是叫人要尽他的本分，能够敬畏神，谨守他的诫命。
And the conclusion was that men need to do their duty and worship God.
今天我们是从一般世界上的人对于这个人生这个问题的这个探求的这个方向，这个目标。
And today we're going to look at from the perspective of people's normal common view in the world.
在中国人这个传统上呢，所追求认为人生有3种所追求的就是财足寿，就是有很多的财产有很多的这个儿子，还有很长的岁数。
And commonly, the traditional Chinese view that there are 3 values in life. One is wealth, the second one is children, have many children, and third one is have long life.
那么在今天这个社会，大概财产大家还是不会嫌得太多的。
And today, in today's world society, no one will complain that they have too much money.
不过这个儿子的话，那么今天的人，我看也不一定是很喜欢有很多的这个儿子的。
However, when it comes to children, not necessarily that everyone likes to have children.
长寿也是今天许多人就说注重在这个身体的健康，人的生命也是延长了。
And people still desire to have long life and healthy life today.
以前说人活到70就是古来稀，就是活到70岁就是已经很少了现在看起来这个已经也是平均的，这个也是超过这个数字。
Back in the days, you live a long and prosperous life if you live up to 70 years old. But nowadays, 70 years old is actually average.
那么再来，有人在追求，在世界上所追求的也是有3样东西。
And then there are 3 things people pursue in the world.
就是求财、求名、求权。
And the 3 things are money, fame, and power.
那么这个特别现在这个竞选明年要总统要竞选，所以这个特别共和党有将近10位出来要竞选的。
And we know the presidential election is coming up next year, and there are actually 10 candidates from the Republican fighting for the nominee.
那么或许这些搞政治的，他们也有一个目标但是这里面背后常常这个权常是也是人所在追求的。
And oftentimes perhaps there are some agenda that these politicians pursue, and what they pursue often does not depart from power.
那么求财，有人一生就是斤斤计较，目的就是要有赚更多的钱。
And many people, they are very meticulous in their life, in their job, so they can make more money.
那么有人钱不一定最重要，但是他追求名，他的名是最重要的。
And for some people, money is not the most important things, but rather fame, being known.
那么感谢神，最近兄弟有机会到中国大陆去旅游。
Thank God, recently I had the opportunity to go travel in China.
也给兄弟一个机会，回顾在中国这个几千年的这个文化。
And then I was able to remind myself of the thousands years of culture of China.
尤其也是看到了许多近代的中国近代的这个历史。
And I especially saw many things regarding the recent history of China.
中国近代的历史，当然就是特别从毛泽东与蒋介石那时候的这个对于中国人的这个政治的这个体制，这个生活上的这个影响。
And when we talk about recent Chinese history, we'll be talking about Mao Zedong and how he has influence on the politics, which affect the life of people in China.
满清政府被推翻以后，中国传统的这个文化受到很大的这个打击。
After Qing Dynasty was overturned, the culture of China took a huge impact.
接着在武术运动，就是打倒孔家店，这个孔家店，这个孔子的儒家思想，就是中国几千年来的一个文化根基。
Then there was a movement that overturns the concept of Confucius.
那么这个之后接着就是中国人大部分就是生活在两种的这个体制之下。
And after that, most Chinese lives under two systems.
一个就是资本主义的这个体制
One is capitalism.
另外一个就是共产党的这个体制之下。
And the other one is the communist.
那么在这之下，这个对于中国人本来的这个价值观念跟传统的这个道德伦理观念有很大的这个冲击。
And this is a culture shock from the traditional Chinese view and their traditional moral.
特别在共产党的这个体制之下后来在60年代的这个文化大革命以后
，especially after the culture revolution in the 60s.
那么在最近几十年来就是走向这个开放的政策。
From that time, from the 60s till recent years, that they start to open up a little more.
那么人生活在这个社会上一个极大的变动之下，但是他们心里面的这个伦理道德观念跟传统就是有很大的这个距离。
While they have advanced much in the economies, yet the moral value in their mind is still far from what it was before.
所以这次在看到他们许多地方都在提倡12种的他们社会主义的价值观念。
And so this time I saw many, so I saw they are promoting 12 different society value when I was there.
诚信、和谐就是强调这一些
They promote peace, honor, and harmony.
但是这一方面也是代表在政府上有这个看见，有这个需要，但是实际上人民的这个生活应该还是有一段一个大的这个距离。
So this means that the government actually saw the need to promote these qualities, which it does not is not in the society.
那么我们一般人在追求更有理想的人所追求的，另外也有3种认为不会朽坏的这个有价值的东西。
So common people also pursue 3 different things that they deem will not corrupt.
就是求真善美
And they pursue truth, peace, and beauty.
goodness
Goodness.
那么求真，他们大家有的许多人一生的时间就是花在求什么是真，什么是真理什么是对的。
And some people spend most of their life pursuing what is truth, what is correct.
这些思想家哲学家还有科学家也都是在求真方面的。
And we see philosophers and scientists pursuing after the truth.
那么也有人认为就说是另外一种有价值的这个东西，就是善，就是在一生里面要多做一些善事，这才是有意义的。
And some people pursue after goodness. That's why they devote most of their life doing charity.
有的人一生在求美在艺术上的美、文学上的美这个种种的这个美。
And some people pursue after beauty rather through artwork or painting.
我这些真善美，所以一般也称为这3种不朽的、不朽坏的、比较长存的这个价值。
So these 3 things are often deemed as value that will not corrupt.
事实上，这3种人所追求的，也都是限制在这个物质界上面的。
However, what men pursue are material things in the world.
在物质界的话，那就是一个暂时性的。
And as long as it is something physical and tangible, it is only temporary.
那么，好像说在这些哲学家思想家或者是科学家所研究的，他们所谓求真，这个真也都是找到一种相对的一个真，不是宇宙里面一个绝对的一个真理。
And for example, sometimes what the scientists and philosophers find, the truth they find are only relative to the world, but it is not necessarily truth in the universe.
那么善也常常是流于这个表面的这个追求名的一种境界里面。
And charity sometimes often stay in the superficially at the fame of being known, on the level of being known.
所以我们也是今天要进一步的，就是从这个属灵的观点，从圣经的观点来看，那么神要人所走的这个路，所走的这个目标到底是什么？
So today we would like to use the perspective of the Bible and see what does God want man to pursue.
当然，这个在传道书12章里面，他已经有给我们一个结论。人我们可以参考传道书12章。
Let's turn to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12.
12章第1节。
Ecclesiastic chapter 12, verse 1.
对不起，我们看13节。
Excuse me, verse 13.
13节就是传道书的这个结论他说这些事都已经听见了，总意就是要敬畏神，谨守他的诫命，这是人所当尽的本分。
Verse 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is man's all.
传道书从一开始就是对于人生的这个追求，从物质追求到这个属灵上，最后的这个结论就是要敬畏神，谨守他的诫命。
The pursuit in life in the book of Ecclesiastic started from material things to spiritual things to the conclusion here.
那我们怎么能够达到敬畏神谨守他的诫命？
So how can we reach this conclusion?
那么首先就说第一个就是我们要做一个在意志上的一个胜利者。
And first is we need to be
意志上。
we need to be victorious when it comes to our will.
神造人很奇妙的，就说是神造人给人有一个意志的这个自由。
It is very interesting that when God created man, He gave us will.
在神的创造里面，这个自由的这个原则始终它保持，而且很稳定的建立在这个自由的这个原则上的。
And the principle of will is that we have the freedom to choose.
我们人要不要敬畏神，要不要谨守他的诫命，那么神也让我们自由来选择，自由来决定的。
God allows us to choose that whether we'll obey His commandment and fear Him.
所以这个意志常常表现出人的这个价值。
So this will often reflect our value.
在意志上的这个力量也常常要表现出人生命所发出来的这个光辉跟价值。
And the power from our will also reflect the value of our life.
我在大学的时候，最后1年级是在国际学校。那国际学校因为有很多不同的国家甚至于也有不同的学校都住在里面的。
And in the last year of my college time, I was living in an international dorm, and there are many people from different countries that was living in the building.
跟兄弟同寝室的有一位就很喜欢爬山的。
And one of my roommates, he enjoyed hiking.
这个爬山不是那么简单的这个道具也是很多的。
Excuse me.
道具这些图。
He enjoyed mountain climbing, and in order to do mountain climbing, there are many tools that is required.
而且一爬山的话，满身大汗，而且又有危险的。
Not only requires a lot of stamina, it is also very dangerous.
有一次我就觉得很奇怪，就问他说：“你为什么喜欢爬山？”
So one time I asked him curiously, "How come you enjoy mountain climbing?"
他跟我回答一句话说：“奇怪，我看到山就很喜欢爬。”
He replied to me that I don't know why. When I see mountain, I want to climb them.
虽然他这个答案没有真正的回答这个答案，不过他也是已经给我晓得他为什么这么喜欢爬山的。
Even though it was not a direct answer, but I knew at that point I knew why he enjoyed mountain climbing.
的确有很多这些登山家。那么爬到这个最高的这个山峰上，世界在它的底下是一种也是人对于环境困难的用自己的意志能够克服这些困难的一种表现。
I know many climbers, when they arrive at the top of the mountain and look down to the world, it gave them a satisfaction of how their will can overcome the world.
我记得在1996年的时候，那么开始有这个电影，开始有这个技术进到这个 IMAX， 就是用立体的摄影，那么让人看起来真的好像就是在这个里面的。
And I remember when, around 1996, when IMAX was developed, which give people a more realistic view of the sceneries.
所以好莱坞的摄影公司就要召集世界上有名的20-30位的这些登山家，就到世界最高的这个蒙埃伯上面，要实际拍这个登山的照片。
So company from Hollywood actually recruited 20 to 30 climbers and to go climb Mount Everest, so they can feel on top of the mountain.
在这些登山家里面，有一位是从澳大利亚来的。
And one of the climber came from Australia.
他跟他的太太两个都是很喜欢爬山的。
Both him and his wife enjoy mountain climbing.
但是他太太那时候怀孕，快要生产。
However, at that time, because her wife was pregnant,
所以一直还是鼓励他先生说：“你这个是非常难得的机会，也鼓励他去的。”
So she could not go. However, she encouraged her husband because this is a rare opportunity.
因为这个埃尔卑斯山的这个山峰，到最后的时候，听说是前一天最后能够搭帐篷在那边隔夜，之后你在24小时以内要爬到山面最高的地方去，又要回来。如果你没有回来的话，那大概就不能回来了。这样。
And to climb the mountain, there's the last part of the climbing. After you depart from the final camp, you actually need to climb to the top of the mountain, do your business, and return to the camp within 24 hours, or otherwise the chance of you making back to the camp is almost non-existing.
那一次记得这个澳大利亚的这个登山家还是前一天还是跟他太太在通电话的。
And I remember that the climber from Australia was talking to her wife on the phone the day before.
但是这些气候，这些山的这个气候，没有人能够控制的。
And we know that no one can control the weather.
所以呢，第二天的确是发生了这个一个相当严重的，大概差不多有将近10位的，就说是在那个意外事件就死亡了。
And on the second day, there was actually an incident that caused the life of 10 climbers.
那么包括这一位澳大利亚这一位他的这一位登山家也在那一次就意外事件死亡，没有回来了。
And the climber from Australia was also among the 10 victims during that incident.
我相信有很多人特别不喜欢爬山的人，或者是没有想要爬山的人，说这些人怎么这么笨呢？
And perhaps some people who does not enjoy mountain climbing may say that, how come these people are so foolish?
事实上，虽然这个意外的这个事件，但是他们相信他们也是用意志来克服这个困难的环境。
And even though there was an accident, but they believe they were able to overcome the environment with their will.
人生的价值不在乎活得长久。
The value of life is not confined by how long you live.
人生的价值就是在这个生命，甚至于短暂的生命所发出来的这个生命的光辉。
And the life of value depends on the light that you shine, whether you live long or short.
那么这也是神的创造，给人这个艺术上的自由。那么让我们活在这个世界上，有神的诫命，要怎么样遵守神的诫命，怎么样才是真正敬畏神。
This is also a freedom that God has given to man's wills, so that we can choose how we will worship God in our life.
我们在这当中常常会有许多的挣扎，甚至在信仰上的这个挣扎。
In our life, we often encounter struggles, whether physically or spiritually.
那就是神要给人的这个益处，看我们是不是真正敬畏神，谨守他的诫命。
And this is exactly why God gave us the will, so He can see that whether we'll decide to obey His commandments.
所以在圣经里面也常常说那些胜利的最后在启示录常常提到那些胜利的神要给他们的这个奖赏。
And that's why we often see in the book of Revelation, it mentions how the one that had overcame and victorious will receive the reward from God.
我们看启示录第2章第7节。
Let's turn to the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 7.
第2章第7节。
Chapter 2, verse 7.
7节说：“圣灵向众教会所说的，凡有耳的就应该听。得胜的，我必将神乐园中生命树的果子赐给他吃。”
Verse 7, He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him who overcomes, I will give to eat from the trees of life, which is in the midst of the paradise of God.
这里是主要是给这个约翰启示写信给7个教会的这个给以弗所教会的这个最后一句话。
And this is the last verse that was in the letter that was written by John to the church of Ephesians.
在第4节那边说，告诉他们，你们要把起初的爱心离弃了，要把它找回来。
In verse 4, it mentioned, Nevertheless, I have this against you, that you have left your first love.
第5节说，你看你是从哪里堕落，并要悔改，行起初所行的事。
In verse 5, it says, Remember, therefore, from where you have fallen, repent and do the first work.
在这里就谈到他们的爱心，这个失去了这个爱心。
Here you mention how the church of Ephesians has lost their love.
所以到最后，他结论的那一些得胜的，就是在世界上，在信仰上让我们靠神圣灵的帮助，我们能够胜过与魔鬼征战的得胜的这些人。
In the end, the one that was victorious, or the one that through the help of the Spirit was able to win against the battle against demon.
所以我们人生一个神给我们一个很重要的一个目标，就是要在我们意志上，我们做一个胜利者。
God gave us an important goal, which is we need to be a victor when in our own will.
那这样神会将神乐园生命中的果实赐给他吃，就是永远不死，将来在神的永远荣耀的这个国度里面。
And then with that, God will give us the fruit from the tree of life.
那就是人所追求的这个真正的这个价值，人生的这个目的。
And this should be the goal that we pursue in our life.
我们都晓得这个伟大的在维也纳这个伟大的这些音乐家贝多芬。
And we know the great musicians such as Beethoven.
神也让他生了一场莫名其妙的这个病。
And God allowed him to encounter a mysterious sickness.
他长久在这个跟病魔在这个征战的。
And he spent quite a bit of time in his life fighting the illness.
所以他写下有名的这个第5交响曲，就是命运交响曲，那个主题就是魔鬼在叩门向他挑战的这个声音。
And on the Symphony Number 5 that he composed, it was describing how he was fighting the demon for his life.
在他这个第5交响曲之后，神也让他看到神所创造美丽的这个田园这个世界。
And after he composed the music, God also allowed him to see how wonderful the world is.
所以他这个田园交响曲非常优美的这个旋律，我相信都是在很多人是在今天人的心目中，这个他体验用音乐表现出神的这个大主张的美。
So many people through his music was able to feel how wonderful the nature is today.
那么他最后的一个交响曲就是第9交响曲有合唱的这个交响曲。
And the last piece that he composed, number 9, has orchestra in it.
那么这一首的交响曲的主题就是在我们赞美诗的第七首那个赞美神的创造的这个伟大歌颂神的
And the Symphony Number 9 that Beethoven composed is also in the hymn number 7 which describe about how wonderful this world is created by God.
所以他也最后能够看到人生在经过这个意志上的挣扎胜利以后，能够看到神的创造的美，能够达到最后歌颂神的这个境界。
So for him, he was able to, after struggling through his life, he was able to reach a point where he praised God.
因为这是神创造人，给人意志上的自由，也我们在这一生当中，在属灵上，我们一样的也是常常在信仰上，在这个怎么样是敬畏神上面在信仰上的这个挣扎。
So oftentimes we also encounter similar struggles in our spiritual life.
神要我们在一生里面做一个在意志上的一个胜利者。
And God wants us to be victorious in our life.
我们胜过魔鬼的这些引诱，人的软弱。
We need to overcome our weaknesses and the temptation from Satan.
那就是人的生命的光辉，生命的价值。
And by doing so, this is the light of our life.
那么让我们能够成为有神的这个形象。
So that we have the image of God.
所以主耶稣在马太福音25章那边受比喻，就说讲到这个神再来的时候，有山羊跟绵羊的比喻。
And that's why in the book of Matthew it says when Jesus come again, there will be goat and sheep.
这些山羊跟绵羊的比喻，主耶稣在强调，你们在这个爱心上是不是做一个胜利者？
And the purpose of the parable is to tell us that whether we are victorious when it comes to love.
我们看马太福音25章。
Let's turn to the book of Matthew, chapter 25.
马太福音25章。
Matthew, chapter 25.
34节。
Verse 34.
所以于是王对右边的就是那些绵羊说：你来，你们做蒙我父束缚的，可以来承受那创世以来为你们所预备的国。35。因为我饿了，你们给我吃；渴了，你们给我喝；做客旅，你们留我住；赤身裸体，你们给我穿；我病了，你们来看顾我；我在监牢里，你们也来看我。
Verse 30.
这些就是神对那些绵羊能够敬畏神、遵守他诫命的人所称赞的话。
From verse 34 to verse 36 are what God said to the sheep that obey His word.
那么就是咱们在一生里面能够做了这个追求那个一个在意志上的胜利者。
And which are the ones that was victorious in their life through their own will.
因为要付出这个爱不是那么简单的。
For it is not easy to sacrifice their love.
因为爱就是牺牲。
For love is sacrifice.
谁愿意牺牲？
And who is willing to sacrifice?
人不是一直在要求更多的钱财、更多的名望吗？
And because in our life we often pursue more.
所以这些绵羊主要是所称赞的我赤身裸体，你们给我穿；我病了，你们来看我；我在监牢里面，这个人家所不愿意去的地方，你来看我。
That's why God praises them in verse 35, saying that for places and things other people are unwilling to do, you did it.
那就是在意志上的一个胜利者。
And this means they are victorious in their mind.
神给我们这个意志的自由，那么让我们在信仰上能够求长进。
So let's ask God that we can grow when it comes to our faith.
那么第二个所要追求的，我们追求做一个义人。
And second, we need to pursue being righteous.
那么世界上的人在求真，事实上不管是科学里面求这些真都是相对性的。
And when men pursue the truth in the world, they are often relative to each other.
也是有这个局限的。
And there are limitations.
所以这个科学的发现常常经过了10-20年以后，那么又要修正，或者没有被推翻的话，也要修正修改的。
That's why sometimes the so-called truth, scientific truth, often require revision after 20 or 30 some years.
但是主要是在约翰福音，我们看约翰福音14章第6节。
However, in the Gospel of John, let's turn to the Gospel of John.
约翰福音14章第6节。
Chapter 14, verse 6.
耶稣说：“我就是道路、真理、生命。”
Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life."
这是何等伟大的一个信息，也是一个非常大的没有人敢讲的一句话。
This is an important message that we need to take to our heart.
那么这一句话今天还是顶天立地的一个真理。
And the statement is still standing firm nowadays.
主耶稣敢说：“我就是道路、真理、生命。”
Only Jesus are able to say, "I'm the way, the truth, and life."
那些牺牲一生的时间在追求真理，他所知道的真理也都是局面性的、相对性的、暂时性的。
For people that pursue after the truth their entire life, what they found are only temporary and relative.
主耶稣所带来的真理是永远不改变的。
However, that the truth that Jesus brought are for everlasting and does not change.
它超过时间的限制，也超过空间的限制。
His truth transcends the limitation of time and men.
它更超过文化的这个界限。
He also surpassed the limitation by culture.
那么，所以主耶稣告诉我们什么叫做真正的拜神。
So Jesus also told us what it means to worship God.
我们看约翰福音4章24节。
Let's turn to the Gospel of John, chapter 4, verse 24.
24节，这是我们所熟悉的，这是主耶稣对这个撒玛利亚妇人所说的所以要怎么样拜神的。
And this is what Jesus said to the Samaritan woman on how to worship God.
他说：“神是个灵，所以拜他必须用心灵和诚实来敬拜他。”这个诚实英文就用 truth， 这个 truth 也包括真实，也包括真理在里面的。
And in verse 24 it says, "God is spirit, and those who worship Him must worship in spirit and truth."
在这里，他也回答刚才我们看传道书12章最后的所罗门王的结论，叫敬畏神。什么叫做敬畏神
And this also is connected to what we read before in Ecclesiastic chapter 12 on worshiping God. What does it mean to worship God?
就是用我们的心灵和诚实来拜他。
We need to worship God with our spirit and truth.
也就是我们能够把神的真理在我们生命里面彰显出来、表现出来。
Which means that we need to be able to manifest the truth that was given to us by God in our life.
那么这就是一个义人。
Then we will be righteous.
这个义人在圣经里面，旧约、新约都是不是只有旧约，新约一样的，要强调、要告诉我们要做一个义人。
Both the Old and New Testament emphasize that we need to be righteous.
什么叫做义人？
So what does it mean to be righteous?
这个义就是对的英文就从 right right 就是对的这个字衍生过来的。
And being righteous meaning we need to do what is right.
这个对不是说我认为对或者他认为对，这个对是在神的眼光认为对的。
And doing what is right, the so-called right, is not based on yours or my perspective, but rather God's perspective of what is right.
所以做神所认为对的这个事情，这人就叫做义人。
So whoever does what God deems right will be called righteous.
这也就是传道书12章最后一节所说的，就说是敬畏神，谨守他的诫命。
Which is also reflect what Ecclesiastic chapter 12 says, we need to keep his commandments.
这就是这个义人。
Then we'll be righteous.
我们看诗篇37篇第9节，
Let's turn to Psalm
29节。
chapter 37, verse 29.
诗篇37篇29节。
Psalm 37, verse 29.
29节说：“义人必承受地土，永居其上。”
Verse 29 says, "The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell in it forever."
30节。
30.
义人的口谈论智慧，他的舌头讲说公平。
The mouth of the righteous speaks wisdom, and his tongue talks of justice.
31
31.
神的律法在他心里，他的脚总不滑跌。
The law of his God is in his heart, none of his steps shall slide.
在这里告诉我们什么是义人。
Here it tells us what is a righteous man.
首先他说，这个义人你做了神认为对的事情，这人是一定会承受地土的，永远住在上面的。
First, it says, whatever is righteous will inherit a land and will live in it forever.
就是他们会做一个胜利者，
Which means they will be victorious.
蒙受神的祝福，住在神的恩典跟义里面的。
And they will inherit the blessing from God and live in the righteousness of God.
那么他的口所谈论是谈神的，属于神的智慧。
And whatever they say, they will talk about the wisdom of God.
他们舌头呢是出于这个公平，
And their tongue talks justice.
这个公义的事情，公义的公平特别美国人呢，常常要注重 fair 他说这个这样做有没有 fair 有没有 fair 这个就是这个公平，就是神的敬畏神的人，就是说第一个原则就是能够在这个公平的原则之下。
And we often talk about being fair. And one of the first things that being righteous is we need to be fair.
这是要维持人的道德跟人的生活，这个真正神造人的，要人所做的，这个最基本的就是从公义这个公平开始。
One of the important foundation that our moral are based on and how we live our daily life is that we need to be fair.
所以这个义人呢，神的律法是在他心里面的。
And for the righteous man, the law of God is in his heart.
就是神的话在他里面的，他不会跌倒的。
Which are the words of God, and he will not fall.
那么这就是在神眼中的这个义人。
And such person, such man is righteous in the eyes of God.
这也是我们在人生里面我们神要我们做的，要我们追求的，做一个义人。
So this is what God wants us to do in our life, which is pursue being a righteous man.
那有一个拉比，就是犹太人的这个拉比，就像是他们的这个神父或者是牧师。
There's a rabbi of the Jewish, which is like the father for the Catholic.
神是给他一个儿子，他是一个很聪明的儿子。
And God has given this rabbi a son, a smart son.
他说他这个儿子大概4、5岁的时候，他父亲就读书给他听
So when the son was 4 or 5 years old, the father read books to him, to the son.
父亲读过以后，后来他这个书里面所讲的、所说的这个字，他都很清楚的印在脑里，他就可以不看书就完全的就一下子就把它重复背出来的。
And then the son has a photographed memory. So after the father read the book to him, without looking at the book, the son was able to repeat everything exactly as the father read to him.
聪明的孩子当然是感谢神，但是他也晓得这个聪明的孩子更是难教的。
And while he was thankful to God that he is a smart son, he also knew that it's going to be a tough road teaching the son.
所以他一生在教导这个孩子，就是教导他要他晓得什么是义人，怎么样去做义人。
So the father emphasized teaching his children what does it mean to be righteous.
到了后来，高中毕业要上大学，要离开家了。
So later on, when the child grew up and was about to attend college,
父亲就跟他讲一句话，
and the father said a phrase to the son.
他说：“你现在知道不知道怎么样做一个义人？”
And the rabbi, the father, asked the son, "Do you know how to be a righteous man?"
他说：“晓得了。”
He said, the son replied, "I do, I know."
所以父亲也就安心了。
And then the father's heart was put at ease.
这个追求做一个义人，不只是在旧约，在新约也是告诉我们，我们要追求做一个义人。
The New Testament also tells us that we need to be a righteous man.
我们看腓立比书第2章第15节。
Let's turn to the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 5.
腓立比书第2章。
Philippians chapter 2.
第2章15节。
Philippians chapter 2, verse 15.
说属你们无可主宰，诚实无畏，在这弯曲悖逆的世代，做神无瑕无耻的儿女。你们选在这世代当中，好像是光明照耀。在这里，保罗就勉励这个腓立比教会的信徒。
Here in verse 15, Paul encouraged the members from Philippi church.
说你们现在是在这个弯曲悖逆的这个世代。
He says you live in a crooked and perverse generation.
的确，我们仔细看，今天是一个弯曲的人与人之间很少有人做生意的为了赚钱常常有许多的这个欺骗这个技巧
And we truly indeed today's world is the same as what he described here, that we can see for people that do business, oftentimes in order to make more money, they will do unethical things.
没有人在走正路的。
Not many people pursue after the right path.
这个悖逆神的这个道理。
and many of them rebellious against God's teaching,
不愿意做神的儿女。
unwilling to be the children of God.
所以他说，我们要做一个无瑕无处的儿女，
That's why he says in verse 15, we need to be blameless and harmless.
这就是义人了。
Then we'll be righteous.
所以在这黑暗的世代当中能够好像光明照耀。
So then we can be like a light in this dark generation.
然后今天这个时代特别最近这个恐怖分子ISIS 的产生到处没有平安的。
And we can see recently there are many terrorist attacks, and there are almost no peace anywhere.
所以当然16节说我们将生命的道，就是神的道，能够表现出来。
So in verse 16, it says that we need to be able to manifest the teaching, the word of God.
因为今天在人与人之间，人说话、人的态度都是以自己的利益为目标、为中心的。
Oftentimes, when men communicate with one another, they often focus their conversation on what is beneficial to themselves.
虽然他们晓得，就说要有公义、要有公平的、正义的，
Even though they knew they need to be fair.
但是人所做的常常是相反的。
However, oftentimes we do the opposite.
所以在圣经就在新约一样告诉我们，我们要努力做一个神眼中的这个义人。
That's why in the New Testament we also need to strive to be righteous in God's eyes.
我们虽然因信称义，但是这个因信称义这个义是神本来我们是有罪的，我们成为神的儿女，在资格上神称为我们一个义人。
And we're deemed righteous through our faith. And we know originally we had the sin, but because of our faith, we're deemed righteous.
但什么才是真正的义人？
So what does it mean to be truly righteous?
我们看约翰一书第3章
Let's turn to the Gospel of John, chapter 3,
第7节。
verse 7.
约翰一书3章7节。
Excuse me, 1 John, chapter 3, verse 7.
小子们，不要被人诱惑，行义的才是义人，正如主是义一样。在这里，约翰就勉励我们说是不要被人诱惑，行义的，真正在做义的，这人才是义人。
It says here, do not be deceived. He who practices righteousness is righteous.
好像是主是义一样，主耶稣是义一样，就是主耶稣来到世界上，本身给我们做一个模范。
Just like Lord Jesus Christ himself is righteous.
叫我们学习主的这个义。
He told us here to mimic the righteousness of Jesus.
因为将来天国就是在义人所去的地方。
For the kingdom of heaven is where the righteous will go.
我们最后看彼得后书3章12节。
Lastly, let's turn to the 2 Peter.
彼得后书3章12节。
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 12.
说切切仰望神的日子来到，在那日天被火烧就融化了，有形族的都被烈火融化。13节。
13.
但我们照着他的应许，盼望新天新地，有义居在其中。在这里告诉我们，这个世界有一天有形族的都会被融化。那么我们照着神的应许，这个新天新地到新天新地，这里面呢有义居住在其中。
It tells us in verse 12 that whatever has physical form will be melted in the heat in the end day, at the end of the world, and whatever is righteous will go to the new heaven.
所以今天我们一同分享，在这个人生的探求当中 一个神要我们在义主上做一个义主上一个得胜的人。
So today, in the search of in our life, God, we know that God wants to be a righteous man.
在神的创造自由的原则之下，神愿意我们做一个追求，做一个义人。
And when God created us, He gave us the will, and so that we can choose to be righteous.
我们也要教导我们的儿女，真正的做一个诚诚实实的义人。
We also need to teach our next generation to be a righteous man as well.
当唱诗234首。
Let's sing hymn 234.